Hello YouTube. So here I am, I'm on the floor and I'm just looking into my electrics cupboard. I'm just going to change the lens so get more of a view. There we go. So with the latest solar panel update, I've now got two solar chargers here, and I've got the battery to battery charger there as well. And as you can see, I've got quite a lot of wires or cable tied coming in from different directions. So I've got the two leisure batteries, a couple of fuse boxes, an inverter, sine wave inverter, only a small one. I only use it for laptop, that type of thing. I don't have any hair straighteners or microwaves. And yeah, there's an electric point there. I can smell burning. The burning was coming from outside, the smell, so everything's okay, panic over. So back to the cupboard. As you can see, I've also got a 240 hookup here, and yeah, I don't really use that very often. That's why there's nothing really connected to it right now. So the reason for the video is to say that that's not very good, that lens, is it? I'll stick with this lens. So as you can see, this is quite a big cupboard, and the reason for my video is to make a note to myself, really. Oh, excuse me, just manoeuvring on the floor, and just to say that this wasn't a great idea for an electric cupboard because it's too big. You know, I've used a lot of space here, and if you think about it, I would say more than half of this space is empty. Now that's not a good use of space in a motorhome. So my note to myself for the future is not to do this. And also it's a nightmare to wire it up because you can't reach in very easily to tighten things. So you end up, you know, if you look, I'll just turn the camera around. You know, I'm in this position here lay on the floor, and you know, it's not easy to actually get into this cupboard and do the work. Future self, I think next time, I've seen like shallow people that just put all these on one flat board. So I think a flat board, or you know, a shallow cupboard, one that's got depth of, I don't know, just that much, say, would be an ideal situation. And I think the best place for it would be at the end of the shower wall. So basically here we are in the bed area, and this is at the end of the shower here, which we'll have in the next time I do. And I think putting a small cupboard on this wall here would be the ideal situation, because then you've not used a lot of space. Batteries would have to go under the seat, clearly, so you'd lose that space, but that's fine, you know, you'd gain this space here then. So it's just a bad use of space, isn't it, because you've got all this gap. Now what I'm going to try and do is create like an enclosure here. I'm going to sort of make some like wooden, I don't know, struts, some legs, whatever, down the side, so I can put a platform on it and to the side. I don't want anything banging into the wires. You know, if I had something in here and stored on this platform that I'm going to build and start banging into these controllers, that's not a good move. So I'm going to sort of try and make it enclosed and safe. And I'm thinking of doing, I've got some spare perspex, and I'm thinking really I need to be able to see through to see whether there's any loose wires, any fuses blown, like that one there, and that way I can then sort of see at a glance. I can take out any storage, see at a glance what needs attention, and it'll have to be removable, clearly. So that's what I'm going to do to salvage this bit of space. I think there's a few bits of things I can keep in here. I've got a small toolbox with me at all times, and I've got various spare wires, fuses and all kinds of things like that, and I think they would be ideal in this little area because they're out of the way They're not things I need to get hold of often. I don't need to get to any of these very frequently either, so the fact that I'd have to dismantle a shelving system is not a big deal. So keep a lookout for that vlog, and I will post it as soon as I do that. But the big point of this video is, this is a crap use of space, really. You think about it. You know, you want to use as much of the space in a van as you can, and this is just wasted space generally. Okay, they're my thoughts. Feel free to post your thoughts and link to any of your electric cupboards. I'd love to see them and maybe get some ideas for future. Cheers. So sometime later I managed to build this platform here. Now I abandoned the idea of using perspex and just went with the framework, and you'll see why in a minute. I also got a switch here, so I've got one switch here for the light, and I've got one here for the fridge extraction fan. Now in the bathroom I have an access panel that I can remove to get to the back of the fridge, and I don't know if you can see, those are the extraction fans for the back of the fridge. Now the reason is because I used to have a gas fridge and I used to get quite warm in the summer, and by putting those fans on it really helped. And now I've got a 12-volt fridge, I find that the same applies, so I've kept the fans. But you only need them on really when it's quite warm. So back in the battery cupboard, that's the light you can see here. Got an old floodlight, 12-volt one, and basically I wanted to be able to see, sorry, making a noise, I wanted to be able to see the wiring and the batteries if I needed to, and also take this out if I needed to as well. So it's only like a few screws holding it in really, but so there you go. A really useful box, just fits exactly into that spot and shouldn't really move much at all. And then I've got another one, a smaller one, that just goes on the very top there, and there we go. So now I've got some nice storage in there, and I've got my light wired and my fan for the fridge. So I'm quite pleased with that little update there. That, I mean, I've probably got more tools and bits of wire and things than I actually need to carry, but I've just got them in there, and it now frees up this storage box here that had them in previously, and obviously that one could be used for food or other storage really now. So I hope that was interesting to somebody. Oh, this little shelf area here, I can put small boxes and things as well. There's a multimeter down there. So like I say, I hope that was useful and of interest to somebody. I'll speak soon.